In today's video, I am going to be creating my very own spring reading challenge, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Tracy and I am a girl with plans. I want to thank you so much for pressing that play button today. And if you find that you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. So I'm going to be creating my very own reading challenge for spring. I started doing this back in the fall, and I did it obviously fall and winter, and I create my own so that way it's not like super difficult to complete, but it does kind of get me out of my comfort zone just a tad. So there are several challenges you can probably Google on the internet and find prompts and things like that. But sometimes they tend to take me too far out of my comfort zone, and I still want to be able to read books, and I will probably DNF a lot of the ones that are way outside. So we're going to create a challenge that I'm comfortable with, that isn't too difficult, but like I said, it's just enough to kind of expand my reading horizons. So I'm going to be using stickers from Book Babe from Live Love Posh. This sticker book should still be available. I know it was restocked at the beginning of March, but you never know. So I will have it linked down in the description box along with my discount code, which will save you 10%. And obviously we're going to have to find some springish ones. I think we're going to do these because it has like the little rain boots with the floral. So this kind of screams spring to me for some reason. And we have 2 full pages of decorative stickers to use. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use them all because this is going to be a 1-page spread. I also have some Mojo Jojo box stickers pulled. I have pastel shapes and monthly pastel boxes. Pastel shapes, I know at the time of filming was still available, but I'm not sure if it is by the time it goes up. I will have it linked down in my description box just in case, along with my discount code for those as well. All right, so let's go ahead and open up to my page. So when I was setting this book up, I made sure to leave enough spaces for my seasonal reading challenges, and then one more for good measure. So yes, this will go with the season starting at the beginning of spring to the end of spring. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to just throw stickers on the page, and then what I'll probably will end up doing is what I ended up doing last time, was putting boxes to write my challenges on. All right, so I'm going to speed this video up just a tad and do a voiceover along with some background music because I didn't have much of a game plan going into this spread. I just knew that I wanted to use these stickers and I wanted to create a spring reading challenge. So there was a lot of thinking going on in this video and not really much discussion about the process or anything like that. So I figured this was the best way to go. All right, so I decided to use washi in this spread. Yay. In the end, I went with this script washi, which has this brown maroonish type script, which goes pretty well with the color palette of these stickers. I wanted to use washi because it can act as like a base to certain stickers, so they're not just floating in the air, but it also acts as like a divider between multiple stickers, which kind of helps when you're just throwing stickers all over the page to cover the white space. And then finally, it does add this little extra like accent in areas that need it. So yeah. All right, so when you don't know what else to do, you add florals, and that's what I decided to do to the top of the page. I do think it was probably not a good decision to use those leaves. They just looked out of place. I think it would have been better just like stuck behind one of my challenge boxes that I end up putting on the page later, because now what I'm trying to do is kind of blend them in with some florals, because I was like, I'm not going to take it off. It'll probably rip the page. And that was a challenge in itself to try to blend it in. I had to like cut around the border, and in the end, it still doesn't really blend that well. You'll see later I'll actually add a piece of washi to hide some of the white space to help it blend a little bit better. I will say at the end, it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, just because there's going to be so many other stickers around it that it kind of blends just a little bit. So now I needed to pick out the actual boxes or shapes that I was going to use to write my prompts in. I just think that it's a good way to highlight the prompt because I could have just written it on the page, but because I do want to add a lot of stickers, I feel like the use of these circles do help with that. Helps kind of bring attention to the prompts itself. Originally, I decided on 2 colors, which was like the sage green and then the purple. But then I realized that with 2 colors, you'll have like 2 of the same colors right next to each other. So I added in the tan color at the last minute, and I do like the way it looks. And adding the 3 colors kept it where there was not going to be the same colors next to each other. However, like I said, I did choose 7 circles. I don't know why. I could have easily put one back, but I just decided let's just go for it. And that was probably the biggest challenge, was coming up with 7 prompts for these challenges. You'll see my struggle in a bit. All right, so now I guess this is questionable decision number 3. The first was those florals on the left-hand side. The second was choosing 7 circles to put prompts in. And the third was using a stencil set to write out spring reading challenge. At this point, I think my handwriting would have been just as good, but I get nervous about writing like titles in my journal. I want it to look cute. So I went with the stencils, and I think I could have easily just wrote it myself and it would have been probably just as good. Next time I might actually go ahead and make like a header and print it out and just stick it on there. Now I have ran out of room to put any more stickers, so I had to go ahead and figure out what my challenges were going to be for spring. So earlier I wrote read a friend rec, and then the other challenges I ended up choosing was start a new series, read a new release, read a nonfiction book, read a book I own, and then finally I came up with 2 springish ones, and that is read a book with a plant or a flower in the title, and then finally read a book about growth. So I wish I would have came up with a little bit more springish ones, but it was hard, y'all. All right, guys, there we go. So I love the way it turned out. I mean, major thanks to the stickers and Book Babe and Pastel Shapes. I will have both linked down in the description box along with my discount codes. So yeah, while the decorating came a little easy, the prompts, not so much. A little bit of a struggle. I think coming up with prompts are a lot easier at the beginning of the year when you're kind of fresh and you're looking at what my reading goals are. But now I've like kind of created my reading goals, kind of created my overall prompts. It's kind of hard to do these seasonal prompts. But the reason why I'm doing them is because I want to encourage myself to read over these next 3 months, especially now because I do fall off. If last year is any indication, I fell off a lot come March. So this is just to kind of encourage me to read. Plus, it's just another fun challenge that hopefully I can complete. Some of these might be a little tough, but I'll make it work, hopefully. So I don't know if these actual prompts gave you inspiration, but maybe the fact that I'm creating my own easier prompts rather than using some of the challenges I find on the internet might give you inspiration to kind of think of some kind of easy to do, maybe just stepping out of the box a little bit when it comes to creating your own prompts for reading challenges. All right, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed, I would also appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.